This video is rated B for you'd better back on out of here if you don't want spoilers, buddy. It's common for mages and talented users of Aether to perform what we see as feats of magical or superhuman power. A wizard can bring down a bolt of lightning onto a target as easily as a soldier can empower themselves with Aether to cut the head off of a monster with a single swing. To learn and use these forms of magical power and etheric control is necessary to stand out from all those who limit themselves to purely strength of arm. But there are some powers that are not learned. Talents that are unlocked only for a handful of individuals, and even fewer that are able to gain complete control over them. Today, let's come together and get a better understanding of the mysterious power we know as the Echo. The Echo has a longer history than we know. On paper, it's something that seems to appear at random, awakening in someone and giving them various powers. There are whispers that heroes like the Rogadan named Njunkref might have in fact been awoken to the Echo's power and was able to foresee the disaster of the Sixth Calamity. There are also stories that come from Thavnair and its capital Razat Han about the Zodiac Braves. How they were adventurers without equal and possessed powers that the common man could only dream of. And these are not the only accounts. There are many named groups and individuals sprinkled throughout history that seemingly are possessed of innate talents that separate them from their peers. If these tales are to be believed, the thread that is connecting all these special persons is none other than the Echo. Culturally, the Echo is seen as a double-edged sword. Those that awaken to this power can be seen as heroes and saviors during troubling times. However, it's during troubling times that the Echo is known to appear in someone the easiest. Indeed, the Echo is considered the greatest of tools to the champions of old, but it's also seen as a bad omen. If someone has awoken to the Echo, then what fresh hell is waiting for us? And will said individual even be able to master this power before it's too late? To that end, some people in history have tried to rally those who have this power to help train them and shield them from any possible cultural panic. One such individual was a woman named Minfilia Ward. She was the first person in recent history to try and gather together those with the Echo. This organization of gifted persons was called the Path of the 12. But eventually, this group was merged with a Charlian splinter group led by the Archon Louisoix called the Circle of Knowing. These two groups would eventually come together and create the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, which was a task force with Echo users and extremely skilled people. But what exactly is the Echo, and why is it considered such a boon to those who possess it? Fortunately, the students of Baldesion have done some research on this matter. To cite my sources, some notable students of Baldesion are none other than Lady Kryl, Grahatia, and Azika Sunjika. But today, I'll be combining their research with the dark truths I've found in my travels to give you a more clear picture. We'll start at the beginning. To those that have attended my explanation on the Sundering and the tragedies of the First Era, you all understand that we, each of us, are only a piece of something we once were. Because of the calamities and subsequent rejoinings, we're stronger than we've ever been, 'tis true, but at the cost of lives and unspeakable misery. One such power that has started to return to us in full force is what we call the Echo. It's theorized that the Echo is a power that exists as a part of someone's soul. However, that doesn't mean everyone awakens to it. As a matter of fact, the Echo has also been called the transcendent power, something that awakens only to those who can bear its weight. It's assumed that the Echo was once a power that almost everyone possessed and understood before the Sundering. But like many things lost over the Umbral calamities, we've forgotten its true nature and the extent of its capabilities. However, to those that have awoken to it, they're usually grateful to the boons it bestows them. In truth, the Echo is not one singular power. It's a collection of talents and abilities that people suddenly have after reaching this transcendent level. Those who awaken to the echo sometimes speak of witnessing a star shower across a burning sky, but this isn't the same case for everyone. Those who awaken to the echo often feel drained or dizzy at first, but once they recover, they will often describe feeling stronger or more energetic than they've ever been. This is when they might begin to notice one or more skills they've gained because of the echo. There are a few documented powers, yet there seems to be even more undocumented. So I'll cover as many as I can. The first power we'll discuss is called the Power of Transcendent Words. This power is a passive ability that allows the owner to understand others and be understood regardless of language or race. Those with the power of transcendent words can speak with beast tribes effortlessly and understand them on a fundamental level. Likewise, anyone spoken to with this power will understand the will and desires of the echo bearer regardless of language barriers. While acting like a communication filter, this power allows the person to understand a creature's intent even if they have no words to speak. To those who travel often and speak with the various races of our world, this power is invaluable, since communication is the cornerstone of any relationship, whether it be friendly or diplomatic. Second, we'll go over a more tricky power called the Power of Transcendent Time. This power is something of an enigma. I've never heard of someone gaining complete control over it, but I've heard of countless instances where someone who possesses it are given insight into things that would have otherwise been impossible to learn. This talent is known to give the owner a glimpse into the target's past, or see the world through another person's eyes. Primarily, this ability is seen tapping into a nearby person's memories, usually giving the user insight into something related to what they're talking about or what they're thinking. Since Aether is tied to our soul and our emotions by extension, these emotions can be tapped into, and their history can be observed. This power can even tap into locations if strong enough Aether is tied to it, allowing the person to replay a lingering feeling or memories even without anyone present. Often, this power is used as a method of gathering the truth of something, and in some cases, a lie detector. Next, we'll observe the power of transcendent worlds. This one is rarer, but no less powerful. Normally, anyone caught in the ethereal realm, lifestream, or trapped between dimensions loses their physical form and perishes. But this power allows the owner to move between worlds and walk the ethereal plane without worry. Their body and soul are so tightly woven that they can move between worlds and realms effortlessly without concern of losing their body to the chaotic energy. Those with this power have been cited as being able to walk between worlds, likely being able to move between our source and shards with ease. While those are the most well-documented powers of the Echo, there are more talents it seems to grant different individuals. There are those who can use the Echo to follow the trail of someone's soul, tracking them down with perfect precision both on the material plane and even within the chaos of the ethereal realm. To others, this ability to view someone's aura and the world's aether with such clarity would understandably lend people to believe such an individual's eyes were near godlike. Similarly, another account tells us that the Echo can give brief glimpses into the possible futures of our star. But even these premonitions seem to be vague. In a lesser developed state, it's considered to be an impulsive instinct or feeling, something that lets the bearer know when or where something good or bad might be happening. But a more mature version of this power has been cited to bless the wielder with future sight, allowing them to get a glimpse of possible futures and prepare for them. Lastly, and the least understood power, is that the Echo grants some form of control over one's soul, allowing the owner to move and shape their very essence in order to merge with other beings or possess them. This power to dominate another being's will with your own, while powerful, could likely cause drastic consequences on the user's mind. but that's only what I found data on. It's possible that there are unique abilities to the Echo that are a complete mystery to us, making whomever has that skill truly gifted. But even without a unique power, those that possess the Echo are unique. Passively, their Aether becomes more resilient, and they're able to comprehend all races and civilizations. Actively, they can see the truth of people's hearts and our world's history in its purest forms, and even walk beside the lifestream itself. It's no wonder that the Echo is usually involved whenever stories of heroes are told. Such powers certainly set these people apart from the common man, and possessing it encourages them to do great things with it. It's because of this higher level of existence that researchers from Garlemald even tried to copy it. They succeeded, crafting an artificial echo called the Resonance, which seems to have granted similar powers if not the same. However, while the Echo is something that can be naturally awakened to, the Resonance is forced onto the user, giving them power but likely with an unforeseen cost. But that will wrap up our lesson on the Echo for now. I'm sure we'll have reason enough to discuss it and its various powers more in the future, but understanding the fundamentals now will better prepare us for discussions later. Honestly, that can be said for any form of knowledge. If you're listening to this and do in fact possess the Echo, then allow me to say this: you're not alone. It's a power that many throughout history have carried. Even so, there are an untold amount of adventurers in this current age that have awoken to it. Do not be intimidated by it, but also don't rely too heavily on it either. If you've awoken to it, then you're likely talented at one or more things. Use it to augment and empower your skills, but do not replace them with it. Train yourself and take control of your Echo, lest it control you. Do that, and you might just be celebrated the same as the heroes of old. And if that happens, maybe one day I'll record your story, and I'd be happy to share it with the world. Hello everyone! Thanks for staying to the end of the lesson. If you enjoyed this and want to see more, subscribe and like this video to let me know I'm doing well. If there is a topic you'd want me to cover in the future, leave a comment about it and I'll see what I can do. Until next we meet, I'll be researching even more of our world's rich lore to share with you. Till then, stay safe my friends.